Ricardo, it's your job to look at hair health and scalp health. Why is it so important for us to look after our scalps, and how can we do that at home?
When I started exploring the hair care in trichology, one of my main concerns was how people approach scalp care, comparing with skin care. Like when you look at skin care, there's so many steps that you go through, like cleansing, toning, serums, hydrating, sun protectors. So you have about 5-6 steps when you talk about skin care, and people are still very confused about the hair care routine because it translates a lot into shampoo, conditioner, then elements to volume or sprays or heat protectors, but people very often forget the scalp is the extension of skin. So if you want to empower the hair, increase growth, strength, density, everything works from inside. So the level of care, the attention of pH, hydration, exfoliating, bringing elements that we start now seeing, hyaluronic acid for the scalp, and all of these facial type of treatments are more directed into scalp care. So I see this is becoming more familiar. Like people are start to understand the need and actually evolve into the steps of the scalp, and you see even products diverting more into having tools that allows to do the scalp exfoliation, and you even have devices like with the red light and laser, you can do it yourself. So everything is dedicated for the scalp. But this, if you realize, all of this technology was already available for skin. Like you have the LED masks and you have these elements. We're just adapting that in a way that it doesn't affect the texture and how the hair should feel. It shouldn't feel heavy or oily, but it's definitely a way that is going.
Okay. So I know that a growing concern for women is thinning hair and hair loss. Now, this product has won the best treatment for thinning hair and hair loss. You judged it. Tell us why it's such a good product.
The Ordinary has been always very innovative in terms of making eye technology accessible.
Yes.
And the way they source they formula as well. They're very integral, very honest, and I like it's a brand that I follow. I appreciate the concept. In this serum, for instance, they use peptides, which peptides is exactly the same principle of stimulating blood flow, increasing the cuticle proliferation, increases the all aspects of the scalp and hair function. So in a way, it's a much more powerful way to induce growth and to strengthen roots than just using an oil, for instance.
Okay.
And then when we have these formulas that obviously prepare to have a better absorption, therefore having a molecular structure that your body is able to absorb in depth, it actually has a much higher effect. I mean, it's everything in terms of science and technology always has the limits. It's not that you're gonna use this for 1 year, you're going to multiply your hair endlessly. But this has to be part of your skin care, or your scalp care, exactly the same. So you have an element that just keeps it all in place. So this is the principle of it, and the combination of peptides and elements that keep the hair feeling fuller and thick. It's actually something that can happen from within. It's not like a polymer that you apply, like a volumizing product that is giving you a feeling of thicker. This is actually going more towards engineering of growth. So you're programming how your hair is going to grow for the future, and that's
clever.
That's very clever, exactly.
So obviously, I'm damaging my hair as I am bleaching, because that's naturally what happens. So I rely quite heavily on things like the Garnier Hair Honey Repairing Serum, which I put on my ends to repair my split ends. And I also absolutely love the K18 leave-in hair mask. And that, to me, then helps me feel like I'm repairing some of my damage. But what other kind of healthy hair habits can we adopt at home to help with any potential damage from heat, bleaching, and just generally living our lives?
I mean, hair at the end of the day is it's to be enjoyed, right? That's the magic of it, right? Especially for women, like you are able to color and having long and blow drying and so that's part of the whole picture.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's hair once you have good growth, you have all the elements of the scalp, so the scalp balance, good growth, good length. This is the first thing that worries you, like, is my hair growing well, is it healthy, is it strong, that I'm actually able to do color as you do. So this is already like a very good principle, but you are very aware that doing all of these things creates damage.
Yeah.
Because hair once comes out of the skin, there is no way that you can repair it internally.
Yeah.
There's no blood vessels, there is no nerve endings, so there's not something that you cut and it repairs itself. So if there is cuticle disintegration, then we have all of these elements that going to repair or replenish or restore the elements, or as close as possible, of the elements that our hair loses. So there's two things that you find the bleach will cause lack of elasticity or breakage. So therefore you rely, and you can see how a protein bonding will help you, because it's just going to repair all of the breakage or all of the damage that the color has caused to the internal and external structure of the hair. So and once you apply it, you can feel that this one is being sealed, and it will help to comb it through, and it will feel the elasticity is better and the cuticle gets sealed. So engineering the hair for me is like the thing that's also part of my job, like working on the roots and scalp and all of the healthy hair. But this is amazing how the cosmetics or the makeup, the elements that are giving feelings are way beyond, and they aim also to reach inside of the hair. So like we talk about a protein bonding, that is not just a conditioner that you wash and then the next wash you have to repeat it again. It's something that actually builds up. It's something that's actually designed and blended to actually enter the fibers of the hair and restore it inside, the same way as you want to achieve that on the root. So is a bit of a high-tech kind of a cosmetic. So when we talk about serums and we talk about proteins, so there is something that is important to balance, because the protein ones and the serums, they have two different things, and you use them together, I believe. So one aspect about the serums is how the hair will feel softer, and how we'll put the cuticle together, and have also a sort of a heat protection and more of a seal of the cuticle. But then when you do the protein, you're working more with structure.
So this dynamic duo, I'm on the right track.